75.
What the fuck are you talking about? Bro, you slept with 50 to 75 inmates.
My daughter said that she's gonna expose everything when she's 18, right? What is there to expose? I've been taking care of you since you were born. What are you gonna expose? Do you know how many CPS?
We're gonna pause it right there. I know this is early, but you're a parent. You're supposed to take care of your child. They didn't ask to be here. That's the bare minimum. Okay, I hate when parents do that. You're supposed to take care of your kid.
cases I've had on me in the last 4 months, and I still have custody of my kids. But then, as I got older, I just had this thing.
What the fuck did she say?
Expose. Do you know how many CPS cases I've had on me in the last 4 months, and I still have custody of my kids? But then, as I got
she's beating them cases like Rocky.
older, I just had this thing to be with somebody incarcerated. Like, I don't know, I liked bad boys, okay? I'm an inmate hopper, of course I am. And guess what? If your boyfriend was in prison, I'd take him too, baby.
People call Ash Trevino TikTok's worst mom for a reason. She made some controversial choices, and she made them online in front of 1 million followers. This is the crazy story of Ash Trevino and why she's known as TikTok's worst mom. So my goal this year is to give you guys double the amount of videos without sacrificing quality, and to do that, we gotta keep growing. So, 68% of you guys aren't subscribed, and it would mean the world to me if you did, and I promise to give you more fire content. I'm Visual Venture. You are awesome. A happy family.
Let's get into it.
If you spent time on TikTok, you've probably seen Ashley or Ash Trevino. Many people consider her the face of bad parenting, but her story didn't just start on TikTok. To understand how she got here, we need to go back to her high school years. In high school, Ashley met a boy named Israel Gress. He was her first love, but they couldn't wait. They got married before she even finished high school. She was 17, he was 19. But
Okay, I guess, but no. She wasn't even 18. I guess this is a different time. But marrying that young is crazy. Like you don't even know who you are as a person being 17 and this dude being 19. You don't know who you are as a person. Y'all haven't even molded. You haven't even grown into your adult body, your adult mindset. And you want to get married? That's a big ass decision.
marriage wasn't the only thing they did quickly. They had kids just as fast. By the time she was 20, Ash had her first daughter, Haley. 3 years later, she had her second daughter, Eviana. For a while, they seemed like a normal family, but it didn't last. Ashley started to get jealous of her own daughter, Haley. She didn't like how her
What the fuck?
Ashley started to get jealous of her own daughter, Haley.
Maybe any female that's viewing this could let me know. Has it ever been a case of your mother being like you feeling like your mother is jealous of you? Because I don't know how you could be jealous of your own daughter as a mother. You should be wanting the best for her at all times. Maybe it's because you chopped. I don't know. You definitely is chopped. You really look like a gremlin or an ogre. One of those. We're gonna go with ogre.
husband paid more attention to Haley than to her, so she lashed out.
I used to pull her by the hair because I was so mad at her.
It's your daughter.
Like, I feel like he loved her more than he loved me, and so, like, I took my anger out on her.
After 9 rocky years,
That is so fucked, bro. That is, shout out to the father. That is so fucked. You mean to tell me there's instances on earth where a lot of these females got to deal with deadbeat dads that don't want to be in their daughter's lives, but you got a father right here, your husband, that actually is taking care of your daughter, but because he's showing your daughter a lot of attention, which that's what a parent is supposed to do. You want to take the anger out on your daughter? She didn't ask to be here. You were making young ass choices, young dumb choices, and y'all brought her into this world. And because he's making the best of a situation that y'all both did, you want to take it out on the daughter? Bro, I already don't like her. We 1 minute and 50 seconds in.
Ash and Israel split. Their divorce was final in 2017. Ash was now a single mom with 2 kids, and she was free to do whatever she wanted. She even bragged on Instagram saying she was going to do me and focus on herself. Not long after, she joined TikTok. That was in 2019, about 2 years after her divorce. But her videos weren't just about being a single mom. Some of the things she said and did.
Oh my gosh. That makeup is a motherfucker, bro. You see how she looks right here? Hold on. Bro, that makeup is a motherfucker, bro. What the fuck? These is not the same people. It's no way. Maybe the nails is the same type of styling, but bro, this look like a before picture. That's an after picture. Literally. Bro, that makeup
It were
is a
seriously
motherfucker.
controversial. Chasing love in strange places. Ash talked a lot about her love life on TikTok. One thing she always said was that she had a thing for bad boys.
But then, as I got older, I just had this thing to be with somebody incarcerated. Like, I don't know, I liked bad boys, okay?
Still,
You have a thing for people that are incarcerated? Like, are you really that toxic to where you have to talk to people that have nothing to do, that have to sit in a box all day? That's who you want to talk to? Maybe it's just me. I think I'm just tripping.
people were shocked when Ash started dating men who were already in prison. Her first prison romance was with a man named Isaiah Gonzalez. He was in jail for aggravated robbery and taking someone's life. Ash and Isaiah began writing letters. Then she married him while he was still behind bars. But their wedding...
Am I fucking tripping? Are we living in a multiverse right here? How the fuck you marry someone while he's serving a life sentence?
How? Hold on, bro. How? How you? I'm saying, how? Like, talk to me, bro.
You never touched him. You never did none of that. Am I going crazy in this world?
Strange. Since Isaiah was in jail, Ash stood alone at the altar holding a photo of him. Unfortunately, their marriage wasn't smooth. Ash claimed Isaiah stopped talking to her. Eventually, they split up and she had to go through another divorce. But Ash didn't give up. She got involved with another prisoner. This time, she married Noe Lopez Trevino. This wedding was the same as before. Ash was alone at the altar because Noe was behind bars. She even wore a shirt that said, "Just married. Noe."
Who is the pastor that keeps allowing this person to pull up by herself, dolo, to a wedding when bro is sitting in a penitentiary? He just making bread at this point. Shout out to that nigga, bro. He just making bread off her, really. You making merch for being married to somebody that's in jail.
Ash. Once again, that marriage didn't last. Less than a year later, she went on TikTok to announce their split.
Damn.
Guys, I am officially divorced. Officially divorced.
You gotta be mentally ill.
Yep.
Ash kept dating inmates. The more she did, the more famous she got on TikTok. It became part of her brand. She even bragged about how many inmates she's been with.
To be honest.
Yeah, be honest. Completely honest.
I would say like 50 to 75.
Bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? Bro. You slept with 50 to 75 inmates. At this point, she's the prison. She's the prison. She housing 50 to 75 niggas. Motherfuckers are really divorcing her from jail. You know how toxic you gotta be for someone that's incarcerated with a life sentence to divorce you? Bro, she's the prison at this point. I don't understand.
50 to 75?
And if she got bored with one, she simply moved on to the next.
Like every other month, I would talk to another inmate just because I didn't find myself attracted to the one I was talking to. So I would find another one to run.
Soon, Ash got a nickname on TikTok.
Crazy.
People started calling her the inmate hopper. Instead of being embarrassed, she owned it.
I'm an inmate hopper, of course I am. And guess what? If your boyfriend was in prison, I'd take him too, baby.
Obviously, it isn't easy to date someone in jail, and when the romances fall apart, Ash went live on TikTok and
That shit
shared
not
all
real.
the drama. One of her messiest fights was with an inmate named Jesse. Jesse was in jail for having an illegal pew-pew. He was also a member of a dangerous gang. Ash started dating him while he was still locked up. When he got out, she threw him a party at a hotel. She decorated the room with hearts and roses. Then she went on TikTok and called Jesse her husband.
I don't need a tattoo to symbolize what I am to my husband.
However, their relationship
Hell
didn't
nah.
last. Jesse dumped her not long after getting out. Ash was upset. She went live on TikTok cussing Jesse out over the phone.
Nah, don't even say all that. Don't even say all that, bro. Like, F you. Don't call me no more. Move on.
But viewers were starting to worry because some of the men Ash dated weren't just inmates. They had violent criminal records. One of the most dangerous men Ash dated was Francisco.
Oh yeah, he definitely killed some niggas. Teardrops, he definitely killed somebody. I don't even gotta hear what he's saying. He killed somebody.
He was in
for sure.
prison for taking the lives of 2 females. One victim was almost the same age as Ash's daughter, but Ash dated Francisco anyway, and she didn't hide it. She showed him off on TikTok. Sometimes she even put him on speakerphone during her live streams. When people warned her about his crimes, Ash defended him.
Guys, he's innocent, and I don't care what y'all.
How sick do you gotta be as an individual to talk to basically a child murderer who murdered 2 women? And you're a woman who has a child at that same age. How sick do you gotta be and delusional? I'm really trying to make sense of this, but I'm really just gonna give up. She's obviously just not from this world at this point.
I'll say what y'all think. He's innocent, and y'all are gonna see that.
But viewers weren't just worried about Francisco. They were worried about Ash bringing these criminals around her kids. At first, Ash denied it.
My kids have never been around any of the inmates that I talked to.
However, photos on social media told a different story. One showed Ash and her kids posing with an inmate right inside.
This dude right here could really be a child diddler in disguise, having fantasies about your daughters. You really gonna take them to visit somebody in jail? Not even that. My main question is, where the fuck is the father at this point? You see your ex-wife doing all this shit, putting your children in danger. You got to step up. You were a good father before. You got to step up again and be a good father and protect them at this point.
A jail. In another video, Ash let it slip that her daughters spent time with another inmate after he was released.
The only one that they were around and it was in a public area was Jesse when he came home.
For Ash, dating inmates wasn't just about
That's
love.
so
It
fun.
became part of her income. Whenever she went live with one of her inmate boyfriends, viewers sent her virtual gifts. Those TikTok gifts turned into real cash. At one point, she made 10,000 pounds in 2 hours on a live stream. That's over $10,000 in 2 hours. But even with the money
Damn.
rolling in, viewers kept raising red flags. They felt her choices were putting her daughters in danger. One article
Exactly.
described her as a single mother of 2 teenage daughters who has zero interest in raising her children and who is vicariously living her adolescence in her 30s. Eventually, someone reported her to Child Protective Services.
And shout out whoever fucking did that. I gotta give a round of applause, bro. Whoever the fuck reported her to CPS, shout out to you, bro. You deserve the world.
In trouble with the law. Child Protective Services, or CPS, is the agency that checks if kids are safe at home. They visited Ash's house over and over, but after looking into things, they let her keep her kids. Ash even bragged about it on TikTok.
Baby, CPS has never taken my kids. Yes, I've had like 20 CPS cases.
20 CPS cases. Shout out to her, bro. I don't fuck with her, but how you dodge 20 cases?
They dismissed them all because you know why? My kids are in good hands.
She didn't lose her daughters, but that doesn't mean they weren't affected. Other kids at school knew their mom was the inmate hopper, and that caused problems.
In the beginning
Damn.
of school, people noticed my mom, and I got like in the cafeteria a lot of stares. And so if I could, I honestly would go back to my old life, to being a nobody to people.
The embarrassment got so bad that they had to start homeschooling, but the worst was yet to come.
Damn. Imagine, bro, like, I didn't even think of that. I don't know how I didn't think of that. You have your daughters going to public school and you doing all this shit online, knowing that all kids have TikTok. That's so fucked, bro. You're basically a treesh. Like, you an inmate treesh. You let 50 to 75 inmates hit and you letting that shit be known online. I'm pretty sure, for sure, some of the teachers seen her TikToks and been gossiping about that shit for sure. Bro, you know what? Shout out to her, bro. She's mother of the year at this point.
The love triangle. In 2023, Ash started flirting with a 19-year-old TikToker named Santos.
I don't have a boyfriend. Let me call Daddy Santos. Daddy, what are you doing? I love you, puppy.
The viewers thought this relationship was
Hell
weird.
no.
For starters, Ash was in her 30s, Santos was 19. That's about a 17-year age gap. But that wasn't the worst part. Her teenage daughter Haley also had a crush on Santos, and the messy love triangle played out on.
Bro, every fucking chapter, she keeps surprising me. She keeps topping herself. Pause. Like, this shit is crazy. Let me get this straight. This mother is so jealous of her daughters that she finds out her daughter has a crush on this 19-year-old and she starts fucking with the 19-year-old. What happened to shame? You know, let me just stop trying to be logical with this motherfucker.
TikTok. In one live stream, Santos was on camera with both Ash and Haley. Then he asked a question that made everyone uncomfortable.
Damn.
How do you feel that your mom stole your crush?
Santos, how do you feel about being bald?
Why would you ask her that? Why would you ask her that?
Haley was standing right there. She tried to laugh it off, but it was clearly awkward. Viewers were furious. They accused Ash of stealing her daughter's crush, something no mom should do.
And how everybody's saying that he was my daughter's crush, I never knew that.
That's a fucking lie. You knew that.
If I would have known that she liked him, I would have never talked to the boy.
But after all the backlash, Ash continued her relationship. She kept posting videos with Santos, acting like nothing was wrong.
And Santos will see everything tonight. Or when I'm in Cali.
Can't wait for that later FaceTime call, you know?
Huh?
But like her other relationships, it didn't
He not taking her serious. He just there for the bread.
last. Santos dumped her. Ash went on TikTok sobbing and cussing him out. Around the same time, her daughters started acting out. For instance, Haley threatened to go public with some family secrets.
My daughter said that she's going to expose everything when she's 18, right? What is there to expose? I've been taking care of you since you were born. What are you going to expose?
And Ash's younger daughter, Eviana, got her nose pierced without permission. She was just 13. Ash's followers saw it all because she was still posting everything online. But that was about to change because some angry viewers wanted to kick her off TikTok. Enough is enough. Usually, the internet just watches drama happen, but Ash's parenting was so controversial that people took action. It started with a petition on change.org. This is a website where people can collect signatures for causes they care about. The petition was called Ban Ash Trevino from TikTok Permanently. One part of it read, Trevino has built a notorious reputation for her neglectful behavior toward her own children. This goes against the community guidelines set by TikTok, which state that content that harms the online community or individual's experience are not allowed on the app. The petition spread fast. In a few days, it got over 30,000 signatures. Now it has over 140,000. The movement didn't stop there. TikTok users created the hashtag #UnfollowAsh. As the petition and hashtag grew, Ash started losing followers. At first, she acted like it didn't matter.
300,000 people unfollow me. It's not going to matter. Thank you, D. Because I don't get paid off my followers or my views.
She said it didn't affect her income.
I get paid off of my subs, my gifts, and my video views. That's what I get paid on.
But when more than 100,000 people unfollowed her, she couldn't laugh anymore. Her loyal fans were leaving, the pressure was building, and then TikTok finally got involved. After the petition and the backlash, TikTok decided to act. One day, Ash's TikTok account with over 1 million followers vanished. Ashley tried to spin it like it was her choice.
I deleted my account with my 1.1 million followers only because I want to start over fresh.
But everyone knew the truth. TikTok banned her. Luckily, Ash had a backup TikTok account. She popped back up, bragging.
I got my account back. Did y'all miss me? I'm back.
But TikTok wanted her gone, so they hunted her backup accounts and shut them down. Ash tried to stay on TikTok by making new accounts. One got 33,000 followers before they took it down. Another didn't even reach 400 before it disappeared. Each time, TikTok shut her down faster and faster.
They putting the clamps on you for real.
Ash couldn't keep up. In one of her last videos, she cracked. For once, the tough girl act was gone. Now, Ash's TikTok career is practically over. Her accounts are banned. TikTok hasn't provided an official reason, but for now, it seems there's no way back for Ash Trevino, at least on TikTok. I get it, watching chaos unfold online can be entertaining. But Ashley isn't just a viral mom. She's a role model to some people, whether we like it or not. So while the internet makes people...
Who the fuck is she a role model to? Don't ever say that shit, bro. If there's any fucking lady alive that this is their role model, their life is in the gutter. They have no hope. I'm not gonna lie.
These famous, I encourage you guys to be the kind of person the world actually needs more of. Visual venture. Wait, before you go.
I'm sorry, bro. We dipping. Shout out. That was a good fucking video. But if y'all made it through this torture with me, please like or subscribe or comment. This shit is crazy. I didn't think she was really the worst mom, but she might go down as the worst mom in history. If any of y'all agree with the points I made in this video, let me know down below. I'm gonna catch y'all later though. Peace.